This is great. Finally, thank you, thank you. Let's go. Okay, hey guys. Yes. Oh, you guys hear something, huh? Audio test. This is great. Okay. Hello, guys. This is Michael Chen. Hello, hello, hello. Finally, we're live. We're good. We're good. Hello, guys. Hello, 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 hello. Today we're looking at the round one of the Pandanet City League, and we're looking at the first board right now. Thank you guys so much for bearing with us through all the technical difficulties. And we do have player cams. You have me there, very, very stretched, very, very wide. That's okay. That's great. That's great. That's great. Okay. Okay. Oh. Zicha Mike, would you rather fight 101 dans or 100 dan? I would fight 100 dan and just give up and lose, and that would be all. Welcome, guys. Today we're looking at round one of the Pandanet City League in the A League. This is the strongest of the US Go City League, the best American cities taking on each other.
No, we don't stay.
So this is round one. We have Toronto versus Chicago. Toronto, a very big city in Canada. Chicago, very big city in the US. Both teams are extremely, extremely strong. And this is going very, very well. And they have already started playing. And let's go. As you guys can see, if you guys are not familiar, with the players so far, these two are very good powerhouses. Albert calls himself an 8-dan. He's taking on Ivan, who is a 7-dan. Now let me know, chat, if you guys hear any background noises of people chatting in the back or anything like that. Okay, great. White is Ivan Lowe, the 7-dan from Toronto. Black is Albert Yin from, Black is from Chicago. White is from Toronto. And they have already played for a while. And let's go take a look. By the way, guys, my camera is very, very stretched. Can you guys, fix that a little bit? Don't worry, take your time. Let's take a look at the game. All right, so back on the lower right, we have the game live, and let's see if we can control the board. Yeah. Okay, we can definitely control the board, so let's take a look. All right, white is Ivan Lowe, remember? And so nowadays with these openings, white generally has a very, very active time. White basically can choose to play very solidly or to play rather aggressively. Usually nowadays it is white with the choice. And here we see in the first, so move number 5 by black, by Albert here, very, very regular knight's move surrounding this corner right here. This is a standard, like I'm gonna play a big move. And so now white has the choice of the kinds of openings to go into. Nice, yes, Ivan Lowe is such a crazy name. That's what I thought too when I first met Ivan Lowe. And yes, that's a story for another time. But if you guys are really interested, you guys let me know in the chat, okay? Yeah, so openings nowadays, generally white has the choice of going into solid play or very aggressive play. In this game, white went for rather solid play. However, this one is a little bit of, this choice of Joseki is a little bit new. Normally nowadays we see white connecting much more often than not. So here, who is playing white? Ivan Lowe, the best name out of son of ELO, Ivan Low and Albert Yan. Yep, Ivan Low and Sell High. Yes, yes. Okay, by the way, Twitch chat has YouTube chat way beat in terms of commentary for us today. Anyways, let's see if YouTube can get some more chatting going on. By the way, hands off to the tech team at US Go AGA for working through technical difficulties, for getting us to be able to stream on both Twitch and YouTube. Okay, standard reply to nowadays to the Tiger Mouse Joseki is to Tanuki. That is totally okay, and he does Tanuki. Black is Albert, okay? He's playing for the Chicago team. I have played with both of these players, and I have lost to both of these players before. Okay, 3-3. Nowadays, you guys see this all the time now. 3-3 invasion. It's never a bad time to invade at the 3-3, so on, so on, so on. This double Hane Joseki is a special case. This is only usually this is slightly good for black locally. In this case, white has a very nice limiting move on the upper left with the knight's move. This is why white plays here. Black has a hard time using any of the thickness that's going to result here on the lower left as a result of this Joseki. And because of this, this is why this Joseki was chosen. So once again, we see white playing a very, very solid Joseki. And this is very, shows a lot of confidence for the player Ivan Low. And yeah, let's see how this continues. This is the normal Joseki move that ends this Joseki. Nowadays, players tend to like to play a little more aggressive. If you guys are on the adventurous side, feel free to go all the way over and do this sort of approach the corner late kind of a move. This is a very, very interesting move, and it invites a lot of fighting. Okay, so in the game, Ivan, a very, very old school classic, just plays the Joseki. And if you guys are familiar with the pre-AI era, back then people played this Joseki quite a lot. And there's a bunch of follow-ups that result with black playing this peep right here. In this game, as black, black should feel relatively satisfied. The top right corner is very efficient. A small knight's move and a large knight's move, very, very efficient. Black has nothing to complain about. Now, I say that black has nothing to complain about, but I say that black has nothing to complain about, but there is one thing nowadays that people complain endlessly about, and that is the large Komi for the AGA. Michael, are you wearing headphones? I am not. But don't worry, you guys are very low in terms of sound, so should be okay. Would you like me to wear the headphones? I think that can be arranged. Type it into the chat, and then we will be okay. Yeah. Okay, so in the game, white fixes over here on the lower right. Very reasonable, very, very confident, very, very slow and methodical. So very, very, very reasonable. Okay. Let's see. Let's see the next move. Tanuki for sure. And this attach is a very, very popular move nowadays. And now white has a choice of Josekis because of how confident white seemed earlier. I would expect white to play a very, very regular normal Joseki to continue. Yeah, Atari and then connect. Yes, yes. In this case, again, black has nothing to complain about because while the knight's move was a very strong white position that limited black's development potential, things like that. White now, because white now is making this kind of a thickness here, black now can use this panuki as a very good limiting factor against white's development as well. So once you sort of accept that the left-hand side is relatively small, then it's very easy for black to accept this kind of a result where you're pushing white sort of down to the left-hand side. Okay, so black has nothing to worry about, has nothing to complain about, except the high Komi 7.5 AGA rules. Other than that, from the way this game has gone, black has nothing to complain about. This move is a very, very nice offensive move. Feel free to try it. Another move is to play this nice move from the other direction. Sometimes black responds by playing here, but in this case, we can totally understand when black has all very, very solid positions all over the board, white doesn't want to make these big frameworks, which is very reasonable. So this is why white decides to play here. It's a little bit more. Reasonable. You get a lot of cash right away, and you get a lot of cash right away. Okay, so yeah, the next move, black pushes out for sure. And here, the normal continuation is to Atari, Hane and then extend. But right now, for all the same reasons that we just mentioned, white doesn't want to go down to the lower right-hand side and make a big framework or anything. So, so for the same reason, white doesn't want to choose this. And now, very, very nicely, white, some kind of a jump here is very, very nice. White is transitioning towards the upper left. This jump works fairly well in conjunction with the other fifth line jump on the right-hand side. So definitely make sure this is a very, very good opening direction that we can pick up from this. This is very, very reasonable play. Very, very makes a lot of sense in an opening perspective. AGA rules has passing stones, and white has to pass last, right? Yes, white has to pass last, and this is how white is able to. This is how this is how AGA rules are able to get the rules to match Chinese counting, but that's that's very high Komi, and that's very, very high Komi. Okay. I just have to change sound to my headphones, and then we're all good. Okay, right now you guys will not hear any background noise, and I can hear them, but you guys can't. So great, let's continue to see the game and hear. Okay, so white didn't jump right away. White pressed on the top first. So Ivan, it's good to get us into the minds of the players. Ivan presses first in preparation to start attacking on the lower side. Albert responds, and the next move is very, very reasonable, and we can see the game plan develop right away. The next move is a block on the second line. It's a very, very, if you can't attack black effectively, this would be a very small move. But if you can, then it would be sente, and then any small moves that are sente is going to be very, very good. By the way, guys, you guys will not be able to hear anything in the back. Feel free to speak up and let me know if there's any good big developments. If someone scratched their nose, someone sneezed, let me know in the back. Okay. So in the game, black does tanuki. So this is really throwing down the gauntlet on the upper right. Very, very good. Very, very punishing the lack of sente, daring white to come and attack. If here white goes for the what you guys will all like to go for, the hane and then the cut. Here black has a very good counter attack to do to go like this, to go like this. This is potentially very bad. So white has this weakness on the corner, but if black just goes for this right now, black would be behind by 1 liberty. So white, you would say to me, Mike, why don't we go for the hane and the cut? Let's do it. Let's do it. So the key for black now is to first exchange this move on the bottom first, and then figure out what to do. If black turns, then for sure now when black hanes, you cannot cut. So this, hard to. The other thing black can do is to Atari here, make this Atari, make these turns, and then play this hane. This one will be a very, very complicated fight. So here black is likely to play this. If white can get this move in sente, white still has a very good chance to capture this entire black group. This is a seki, and white has an ungodly amount of long liberties, 4 liberties. So this is complicated. This may result in some kind of a trade like this. Very, very interesting. But if you can, do that. But here white has a very good game plan. He doesn't go for the killing moves right away. He goes for this jump. This is very nice. This is developing the upper left while attacking black. This is for sure to be sente. And here we can see white start to cash in on this attack against black. Now, is it enough? He's cashing in some value, but is it enough? That is always the question. Remember, black did tenuki the original move, and also when white blocked, black tenuki'd to turn on the top. Very, very interesting. Okay, so now white continues to develop the top left. Now we can see how well the black stone originally this turn is making. This is making a lot of black territory and also limiting white's development. Okay, so hane is sente. This also protects against the cuts. And so this is where we stand right now. This is a snapshot of where we stood in a little bit ago. Here, let me catch up to the game for you guys. So black jumps, and the next white move is very, very interesting. He plays here, 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 here. Let's first catch up, and then I will go over this with you guys. Don't worry. Black pushes and then cuts. Really starting this fight out, and then black Ataris here, white Ataris, and then protects. And so this way black gets the corner in sente, but next black plays here. Okay, a few moves later, and we would be caught up. This. Okay, and here black plays this hane. So now we have, this is the development of the game. Now let's see what white did. So here, black has a group, relatively weak, but black just jumped out. So he's gonna be relatively fine. And when white plays this move, this is a very noticeable development. And this again is still showing that Ivan Lo is still playing very, very confidently. He's not going for, he's not panicking and then going for the territory like this, for example. He's not going for a big territory on the bottom. He's not going for, some kind of an attack. He is just playing a slow capping move. This is losing territory. And so it's very difficult to play as white, but very very confident is how we're gonna is a feeling that we're gonna take away from the opening so far in this game. Very very confident. Here white Hanes, this is very making a very big territory on the left, very very noticeable, very very reasonable. So right at this juncture, the opening has passed, and now trying to win the game is gonna start, and the fighting is gonna come fast and furious here. Right now, if white makes the whole left hand side, this would be 10, 20, 30, 35 points. 45, 55, white is pushing around 60 points, which is quite a lot of points. For black, 15, a little more, 25, 35, 45. Only 45. Black does have the upper side potential, about 20 points of potential. So it's not, black definitely is feeling it in terms of needing a lot of territory. And here Albert does this cut. Starting this fight right away. This is instead of white playing very confidently, slowly, methodically, Albert is going in for the cut, starting this fight. So maybe a little bit of not so confident by black. All right, and the most aggressive move, of course, is to extend out. This is the biggest you can capture against black. There are multiple problems. There's this kind of issues. Atari would be Sente. There is the extend being Sente, and then moving on out, poking out, making this kind of cut, making these kinds of cuts, and then cutting white in Sente, splitting the left and right white groups, and all that stuff to worry about, plus maybe black extends along the side. Anyways, again, very, very confident Ivan. A very confident Ivan Low plays the sideways extend. Just very confident is a way to describe this. This does allow black to capture this one stone in Sente. Don't go automatic and then just extend as you usually do. Here, black will just Atari and capture the keystones on the outside. Okay, so so here black is able to capture one stone in Sente. Later on, this move. These endgame moves will be in Sente. So now we have a very clear, well-defined territory that we can mark. It will look like this in the future. This is 10, 20, 30, 35, 45, 55. Still about 60 points for white, but black has gained a lot more territory in the corner. This is pushing 20 points up to around here. 30, 40, 50, 55, 55. If black can make another 20 on the upper side, black would have way more than enough territory. So very reasonable, very good. And here, white has played many, many moves that are very, very solid and not aggressive. So still very, very peaceful game. Even though the cut was played, the game quickly resolved around what do they call this? A compromise. Compromise. And so now we have the next phase of the game. Black playing here, the next move here is to push and cut. And once we can force white to go back and capture the stones, we can turn and Atari like this. And this is a very noticeably nice capture. If white plays, runs out, black plays this. This looks fairly difficult for white, and of course, black also has a very good, black can capture by just fixing your cut, exchanging 3 stones for the 4. So there's some good follow-ups with black's move here. We'll see how this continues. In the game, white has no time. If black makes 20 points on the bottom here, that would be, way, way, way too much. And so here, Black pushes and then makes another peep, and then black plays this hane. Very interesting. So black is divvying up the bottom side. It seems like black has a bit more potential than white. And then he plays a very, very interesting hane here. No doubt this is getting, is accepting that white is going to control the center. And if, and it's inviting white to play something like this. And if white just keeps pushing, and black makes a big territory there, no matter how much white makes in the middle, it's not going to be enough for white. So this move is very, it's doing a good job of inviting white to do, to make territory for black. The bad part about this is that it doesn't quite make the top. And so unlike a move such as this kind of a move, this black runs into a very, very big risk of getting, the tanuki treatment. And let's see, in the game, white cuts. Wow. So tanuki invades the top, very reasonable. Another thing you can do when you tanuki is to just cut whatever whatever was haned. And so here we're going into the very, very good middle game fight. I think the board is frozen. Never mind. I think we, the tech teams, got that covered. Back now, gone again. Interesting. I wonder how. Okay, we lost your screen. Interesting. I think what's happening is I'm shifting over between the observing window and the review window. So okay, don't worry. Okay, in the game, what black, white cuts. This is very, very aggressive, and here we're gonna go see these two battle it out for the win here. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna load the game on my phone. I will catch up to the game with you guys, and then we will decide next. So this Atari is very, very good technique, guys. If you're gonna fix your cutting point somehow, first make an Atari so you make white commit to play in a move that really makes white very heavy. For example, now white is unlikely to give up 2 stones versus 1 stone. And also these 2 white stones are right next to many, many black stones, almost getting surrounded. And now white has a relatively tough choice to make. The noticeable move is to turn. And we can see that this might happen in the future. And if white just keeps pushing and black just keeps extending, eventually black is gonna, white is gonna run into the top right, and white is gonna be surrounded. It's, that could be a problem. Also, another move is to Atari here, but next you still have to Atari here, and yeah. So in the game, white goes around the problem and first plays the shoulder hit. If black answers, then white, if white does the same things here, there's one more white stone to help. Great. So in the game, when white plays this move, black plays a tanuki move. So this move is helping the 2 white stones in the upper side. So here black plays, before you guys make the Atari, it's like, yes, let me capture your 2 stones. Let's see how black played. Albert played this move. It's very, very greedy. This is saying that I am gonna fix this turn because now I can double hane. When black double hanes, this is definitely forced, and now white is forced to connect in the back. And now if black is able to cut like this, white is gonna die. If black isn't able to cut like that, black can always turn like this. White is still in a lot of trouble. So black here is trying to capture these 2 stones in sente, because when you push white, if white extends one more time, this is fixing black's problems almost instantly. Now, white calmly extends. The next move is here. When black goes for the double hane, white can Atari and then Atari here to ladder these two stones. So this is white's. This is what white is setting up in this position. Now, I do have an idea here. One, potentially we can move out. Say we can make a peep. This doesn't quite fix the. Doesn't quite break the ladder, but that's an idea, ladder breaking move. A second idea, Atari here, when white captures, we play another fixing move around here. This knight's move looks pretty good. And here, this is how black can make a very, very big upper side territory, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55 points on the top. If you're like me and you like a lot of territory, this could be a way to go. In the game, played a very solid move and just Atari'd here and captured these two stones. This is very, very thick. This is also leaving one white stone here. It does allow white to play another move on the top, which white does. So white can destroy some black territory, but black did capture the cutting two stones, and so this is this fight is going to shift over to the top right. Probably this kind of a move will happen. Push forward. If white cannot fight it out like this, white has to play something else, which is block. Black is going to headbutt. White is going to play something like this. Maybe connect, destroy the top, but this way black would also save, solidify the corner territory, and then he probably would go for something he planned to on the bottom. This seems quite okay. White might Atari first and then play here. Black is going to play this Atari, and the game is going to go on to the end game. If something like this happens in the game, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55 points for white, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 55 to 70 points for black. Very rough estimate. Probably, I kind of like this for black, like that. Mostly because there's so many endgame moves on the sides, and so on. Okay, we do have a few more moves played in the game. Let's see. We do have a few moves played. And so black does push out. And here, it's very tempting for white to play something like this, extend on the bottom, hane, this is all sente, and then try to go live in the corner. Now, living in the corner is no easy feat. This would be very, very complicated. Would require a lot of guts and a lot of reading as well. Okay. So let's go see. Let's see. We have 54 viewers on Twitch. Welcome, guys. Thank you guys for watching. How do we see how many viewers we have on YouTube? These data points is gonna really help us. These data points are gonna really help us decide on how to do it. Okay. I don't know how many people are watching on YouTube just by looking. 25? YouTube guys, we have to pick it up. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Let's get ready to go to game 2 in about 2 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's quickly catch up to the game and then we'll go on to the other parts. So black does play this move, and it's very, very interesting. So here, do we have a game on the board? We do have a game on the board. White commits to playing this cut. This is very, very double-edged, and this is gonna be, this is likely gonna go like something like this, and then probably expect to see this two-space jump. This one will is most likely for white to live. If white just for one space jumps, this shape is not alive, and so instead of capturing right away, black probably can capture the outside stones first. Just do this, and then Hane use this very nice throw in, and that's going to be okay for black. So expect white to play the extend and then play this move. Another move that's possible is to push, but then this one is less, this one is a little bit less, less, less likely. Probably extend these moves and then jump two spaces. If black just goes like this could be a ko, or this could be a ko like so. And make sure don't Atari here, Atari on the right hand side. Squeeze the liberties on the right hand side when it's a little bit more useful. If you connect, now, this gives black a chance to play something like this, and then play here, and then this way white is still dead. So, but black is also surrounded, so maybe black will still just capture the outside first, allow white to survive like this, and go on for the rest of the game. Okay, so the game currently stands right now. Black just played the Hane, and then white played this Hane now. Oh, this is really getting into the game deciding times. So a very, very good time to let's go on and jump into game two. This is board two. This is game one. White is Ivan Low, the coolest sounding name for Go player, and black is Albert Yan, the only 8 Dan who are playing in the AGA City League. So we'll be back with game two loaded up very, very quickly. All right, guys in the back, let's go to game two. Let me know if you guys All right, guys, a very long break to get game 2 up and running, and very nice. We just left game 1. It was a very, we just started fighting very, um, close quartersly right now. So now we're on game 2, and here we have playing for the Chicago team, Maxwell Chen, and playing for the Toronto team, we have Leo Tan. Now, I dug up a little bit on both of these players. If you guys don't know who M. Chen is, he is not Michael Chen. That is not me. He is Maxwell Chen. He's playing for the Chicago team. And Maxwell Chen, he did go to the US Go Congress in 2024. He played in the 7th Dan division, or the open division, not in the Masters division, but the open division. And he played very, very well. If you guys go to the US Go website, you'll see that Maxwell Chen, he placed he went 5-1 as a 5-dan in the open division in the US Go Congress. He is ranked number 5 on the list, but he went 5-1. I'm sure he would have went even higher if they, if they made the 7 dans and 6 dans, or start out at the same bands. So 5-1 as a 5-dan in the US Go Congress, very, very strong. Maxwell Chen, if you guys don't know him before, you guys know him now. He is playing in this game as MC 2006 as white. Again, he is playing for the Chicago team. And playing for the Toronto team, we have Leo Tan, quite a powerhouse player. He played in the Masters division in the US Go Congress, and he went 4-3. So he had a winning record in the Masters division. The Masters division, he placed number 15. Now, the actual rankings may have been a little different, but somewhere around there, a very, very strong player. Okay, and here we have this game as a review on the lower right. You guys can see how the game is live currently. Let's go start. Remember before we just talked about nowadays, white generally has the choice of the type of game to go into. And in this one, white, Maxwell Chen playing for Chicago as a 6-dan now, I believe. Yeah, he's a 6-dan now. In the US Go Congress, he was a 5-dan. Now he is a 6-dan due to his 5-1 super strong result. And here Maxwell Chen chooses to approach and then attach right away. So here white is choosing a very active, very, very somewhat aggressive opening, just trying to divide up black's right-hand side right away. And then we're playing around black's area, sphere of influence. Okay, so I expect this game to be a little bit more fiery than the first one, where we saw the Canadian Ivan Lowe with a very, very confident and methodical approach. Okay, and here Maxwell goes for a slightly unusual opening choice. Here, white has many, many different Josekis to choose from. The most common one is to Atari connect and then press once, just like the mirror of what black played on the top right. The exact mirror, this is very, very common. Another uncommon move is to just connect. This is slightly good for black, a little bit unimaginative for white. We could also play this tiger mouse move here. White plays another extend. This is also, all of these are quite even. And so in this game, white chooses to extend. There's another double hane, which is also chosen sometimes. And this is the basic Joseki. When white extends, if black plays this tiger mouse move here, the next move black presses. The difference from the regular Joseki is that here white doesn't exchange this Atari. This is why this singular extend is sometimes played to save that Atari. So in response, black has several different choices. One is to play here. Did this happen in the game? Yep. To play this here because white captures one stone, but this extend stone is now not in a very prime location. So black is okay as well here. And here the important thing is to not go for this Atari. White just played a very redundant move. If you Atari here, it sort of makes white efficient again. To Tanuki and play a very fast opening. So the Joseki here is for black to extend somewhere along the lower right. In the game, black plays this double jump, which is very efficient, very reasonable. And here we see a very solid white. Maxwell plays very solidly, and black is developing a lot of influence and potential territory. So we have a game like that. Remember, white played rather actively and not timidly. So expect white to play some aggressive stuff coming up. Now remember, black is higher rated. He played in the Leo Tan. He played in the Masters division in the Go Congress with a 4-3 record. Maxwell played at the 5-Dan division in US Go Congress. He placed number 5 in the open section. So quite strong. Hope to see Maxwell in the, if he goes to the US Go Congress again, hope to see him in the Masters division. So we'll have 2 Chens. Yes, good. Needless to say, you guys know who I am rooting for in this game. All right. Second, Michael Chen. Yeah, this is Maxwell Chen. Can't see your board again, Michael, really? Okay. Well, I'll let the tech team fix that for us. So white plays the stub 2 space. Nowadays, we see this a little bit less than before. I think it's because white doesn't like to have this kind of a shape where white is pressed down towards the right-hand side. The big thing is after this, white is still not alive. And if you guys know some classic old Josekis, you know that one Joseki has white playing this iron pillar solid move. This is a very solid move, but it is really slow. So white usually does not like this. If you guys also don't like this, then feel free to go for something more sente like this move, and then knight's move or turn. If you turn, sometimes you can get sente like this, and then you can keep invading on the bottom and so on. Another move that AI likes to play a lot is this knight's move on the 4th line, sort of like a 3rd line, 4th line combination. Very interesting. This gets rid of the possibility of sealing white off on the side. So in the game, white plays here, and black, instead of going for something directly, goes for this jump. This is very noticeably expanding on the black moyo. And notably here, remember, we didn't want black to play this Atari, and he does not play that Atari. He plays a very fast move, very reasonable. And here, expect white to invade right away. This also has an added feel that white is somewhat counter-attacking against the lower left black group. So this is very attractive as an option. Another thing, of course, jump. If you guys like sente, try to play this kind of attach, but be careful when you do this, because when your opponent counterattacks, be ready for a big fight. Okay, so many different choices in the game. White plays this move. This is a very aggressive move. Why is that a very aggressive move, Michael? huh? This doesn't seem so aggressive to me. This is very aggressive because white is now very safe and secure on the lower left. So when white plays this move is only taking a lot of territory. It's not adding much thickness or safety to the white pieces. If white wanted to fix one group, it's definitely the group on the right. If white wants to destroy territory, play actively, it's definitely invading on the bottom. White does none of that. He's just interested in making slightly more additional territory by playing this move. This is why I say this is very aggressive. It's leaving the right-hand side for black to attack. It's leaving black's big potential on the bottom. This is a very territorial, very territorial move. Now, as a very territory crazy kind of a player, I can stand behind. I totally understand why white wants to do something like this. Really knocks the balance off of the game. White is clearly going to have more territory now against black, and it's very aggressive. That's why I said it. A more balanced move would be here. This is developing white very quickly. So, okay, white played here. Let's see what black did. Black approached. This is a relatively safe move. Now, remember, white was very aggressive. This move is a little bit safe for black. Why is it safe? Black is not doing anything super risky in terms of making a very big territory like this, perhaps. He's not making a big moyo like this on the right-hand side and connecting the top to the bottom. And here, a few more moves, and you guys can really see how black is. You guys can really see how black is now connected top to the bottom. Feel the middle start to come alive. But of course, this is very risky. All the potential territory is near the middle. So if you make nothing at the end, it's very big. It's very risky. So I say this is a very good risk reducing move by black, because here black is destroying white's potential and really lowering the bound of success for black making territory on the other parts. Black is saying that this exchange, black is playing at a slightly bigger location than the white move. And so here this is a very wily old fox who's been around the block a lot kind of play. This is how you would expect a very old guy to play, who's like, I've been around the block. I've seen you young people, you with your aggressive territory making ways. I know how to play against you. Keep my risk low. This is how you expect those people to play. And Leo Tan, I believe he is only less than 20 years old. He's probably, last time I checked, he's like 16 or 17. So a player to show this kind of wily old foxness is very interesting as a Go player. In the game, white again chooses another pure territory move here. This is attacking black, but really surrounding only a small amount of territory. Again, building on top of something that's already very strong. And he allows black to get the next press as well. So white is really, getting off balance with these moves here so far. As black, no complaints, and after this exchange, black gets a corner, white gets a not such a big side. I'd be very happy as black, but as a result of this, white does have a very good and very important sente with which white can invade on the bottom. Maybe move out with black, get some kind of a counterattack against the left-hand side, and do something like this, and then destroy all the black territory. Now here, it's very important for white not to go for something like this, where white is surrounding a smaller amount than black. Smaller amount, bigger amount doesn't matter as much. What really matters is the relative thickness. You never want to surround thickness territory versus your opponent's thin territory. So these, you never want that. So in the game, white presses. This is what we call a very, very crude move. And unfortunately, white is doing exactly what we advised white not to do. He turns here, makes this. If he continues a couple of more moves, we can see something like this happen. And I feel very, very worried for white if white continues to do this. Okay, so white turns, and here black goes for this knight's move. This is a very interesting move, a very risky move. The first very risky move by black, and that's because this has a big risk of getting tanukied. White is quite safe on the left-hand side. You know, there's only one black stone there and 10 white stones there. So if white invades on the bottom, this is a very good offensive invasion. White turns around and immediately starts attacking black. Black may be forced to play, Atari, make some ice space very soon. And here white is going to have the bottom territory destroyed in Sente. Then white goes to destroy the other territory or saves, the right-hand side. And this move is a very, very risky move. However, it's still a very, very wily old fox move, because what has white done so far with the last two moves? White really started committing to surround the middle territory right here. So black plays here, he's thinking, maybe I can get white to surround more territory like this, and this would be a very good exchange. This is a very good exchange for black. This is white surrounding thickness territory. Thickness territory is never that efficient. And white does respond, so the wily old fox gets away with one here. Our wily old fox, who's also a teenager. All right, USA, go Toronto, huh? USA, Chicago is USA. Chicago is white in this game. Black is Toronto in this game. Very, very nice. Okay. Let's go see how the game developed. Black jumps. No doubt he wants white to keep exchanging like this. This is white adding stones to his thickness, black adding stones to the relatively thin position. So black really very much likes this kind of exchange. But again, the risk is, of course, if white wakes up and starts invading, it could be like black is building up a very big pot, but it's all gonna leak and it's all gonna be destroyed. That's black's risk. In the game, white plays this move. This is on the top. Doesn't feel like it's that big. It's threatening something very concrete, which is the push and then the cut. And when white when black plays here, white has a very good push through move. So that's what white is threatening. But it would be much more threatening if white didn't have this one stone. If this one stone was, say, around here, then if white pushes, we can see a very big middle happen. If white pushes now, and 100% expect black to tanuki at this point, he plays here. If you push now, black is going to totally ignore your threats. He's just gonna not answer this, and then you're just gonna try to capture this one stone. It's not gonna be too much territory, and so white is unfortunately in a very, very tough spot right now. Of course, you threaten your opponent, so next you have to go through and carry through with the threat. So white pushes for sure. The very, very move here, surround a huge bottom. Oh, it's begging to be played. Another move begging to be played is here. Remember, black just played two very nice, moyo increasing moves here. This is aggressive. The my move was very territorial. Black extends once. Nice. So of course tanuki is fine. Black extends once, fully expecting white to carry through with the threat to push through. Of course, from the way white played, how could you not expect white to play this? So in the game, white does does not disappoint, and he does play the tanuki, and he invades the bottom. So now this game is now white finally does makes the first move, the first invasion on the bottom. Maybe black carried this, get white to answer one more move a little bit too far. Anyways, so now the game is once again very, 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 very wild. So here, I expected black to block, make this bottom territory, and I don't know what the next move is for white, maybe something inside the corner. In the game, black blocked on the top. This is very thick, but once again, the risk is very, very very clear. The risk is white takes all your territory, and white takes all the black territory, and black not being able to make any territory in the middle. Okay, so the move, the next, so here, white goes into the corner, does a head fake, extends here, allows black to capture this corner. Feels tough for white at the moment, but if white comes up with this two-space jump, this is connected to the right, hard to imagine black attacking with anything other than this move and then blocking out. This feels like it's gonna be okay for white. White is likely to survive, and in the game, as one space jump is about the same. In the game, black does go for this, and white blocks. For sure, this is unlikely to be captured entirely for white, but black did play two moves here beforehand, so anything is still possible at this moment. Okay, so white blocks, black plays the knight's move. This is very, very offensive, very, very strong. White plays two pushes, and now it is up to white to find some kind of a weakness in the black shape in order to squeeze out an eye. I don't like this that much for white so far. Again, I liked the outside push, going out more. To, a few potential moves: the large knights, the high two space. All those moves are possible. In the game, white doesn't have two eyes, and with anything like this, for example, I don't see the it's not easy to see the second eye, and white is playing into a lot of the black moves that just was played earlier, especially this tiger mouse move and this jump. Okay, let's see how the game went, and I'd spend a lot of time as white here. This kind of attach is something that white can try. If black does something like this, then you can make two pushes. Black is going to have to play here, and at least we have some kind of double Atari situation. If black plays on the outside, we have the potential to play something like this, and then squeeze here to capture the black stone. That would be life. If you want to be a little bit safer, you play this move first. He cuts you, and then we Atari, and we play here. This is a potential move. And if black moves in here, at least now we have made a outside move. Black played a headbutting move, more likely to survive. In the game, this is very, very tough for white here. So white just pushed, and now let me pull up the game and then catch up to the game for you guys. Okay, many moves have been played so far, and we may have a result soon. So we left off right here when black extended, white attached, black hane. This is very reasonable. This is very, very reasonable. So he played here. It looks very tough. Finding an eye here after black played two moves like that feels very, very tough. In the game, white played here. This is this move, and then Atari, and this could be a ko. But if you were to do this, probably we should do the ko right away. This one, white is worried about this Atari and then Hane, so not fighting the ko. Yeah, very, very tough spot for white. Very, very tough spot for white. So in the game, black went for the kill. Again, very aggressive black. Didn't connect black, just played the capture. Fixed that ko in the corner. White pushed once, and then white played this double Hane. This is really dire straits here. I don't see anything good for white here. This is very, very tough. Okay, so in the game, white double Hanes made a ko here. And yes, black extends. Yes. White cuts. Right. We're gonna go on to board 3 after this game, after we catch up with a live game. In the game, white plays here. And then black Ataris. Yeah, I don't see how white is gonna make his second eye here. In the game, white keeps pushing, and then Hane. And here, yeah, white's last chance is to fight with the middle here. White plays this peep and then extends. Very, very unfortunate. White could only manage this, and by now, we can pretty clearly see that black is going to be safe in the middle. Safe over here on the bottom. There's no way to make two eyes here. And here, black can Atari and Atari here for life. Black can also Atari here and then Atari here. So this is unfortunate, but this is going to result in a dragon capture by black. The number 5 place finisher in the US Open is no more. And let's see if there's any more games. Actually, white resigns at this point. So we have ourselves a result. White resigns after this. I think very well played on both sides, especially by black, with the wily old fox kind of go play. Here, white, it didn't feel like white was in a lot of danger here, but it ended up being very, very much in danger. When you guys run into similar situations, sometimes if you go 2 spaces, it is often a good do. You connect and then black extends and then maybe play one more sente. This way, at least we can start trying to jump out or jump out here and then play the knight's move. This seems a little bit more promising. But again, white was in a bit of a tough position in any case. This move, even though this feels like it gets us the most amount of eye space, but this is only 6. This is probably safest. Honestly, at the end, if everything else fails, we can always go fight this as a ko for life for white. And might as well fight it now, and the next moves are to jump out. This way, white can still fight this game out as a game. I just, these moves, answering too much over here on the top, and then this threat of a cut, but then couldn't actually cut, right? It became too small to cut. And this was how white got into a tough spot and then wasn't able to figure out a way to survive. Very, very unfortunate, and best of luck to him. A little bit lackluster, but as a 5-dan AGA, maybe now a 6-dan against a very strong powerhouse player, this is to be expected. And black, Chicago does have a bit of an undermatch against Toronto. Toronto has 3 7-dan players. Chicago only has 1 7-dan and above player in Albert. So let's go to game 3, and I believe it'll be review on e-journal 3. We'll see soon. Here, game 3. I wish I could pull it up for you guys, but now we only have 2 games left. Game 3, we have Sang Soo versus Li Hongyi. Li Hongyi made a lot of headlines in the Go Congress by placing, I believe he placed second in the open division. He played as a 7-dan. He also went 5-1. He beat many players. Yes, I hear. Yeah, do we have game 3 up? Sure, yeah. So Li Hongyi, he's very strong. He is, I'm sure he will be in the Masters League next year. He went 5-1. He placed second. He beat all the other strong players except one super strong kid who is visiting from China. So. You need me to stop talking? We're going on break for a moment. When we're back, we're going to talk more about Sang Soo and Li Hongyi, the board 3 players. Okay, guys, we're back. This is game 3. We just talked about the players. White is Li Hongyi from Toronto. We'll call him Hong for Hong Kong. And black is Sang Soo Kim from Chicago. This one is a bit of a mismatch. Sang Soo is 5-dan, and Li Hongyi is 7-dan. Remember, we said Li Hongyi was number 2, placed second in the open division in the U.S. Go Congress. And Sang Soo, how did he do in the U.S. Go Congress? Well, I see Li Hongyi at the top. I see Sang Soo at number 18. He went 4-2 at 5-dan. So also he did pretty well, but he is a 5-dan, and Li Hongyi is a 7-dan in Chicago. He is playing black. So 7-dan is playing white. Sang Soo is playing black. Another very, and remember we did mention white generally has a choice of the type of openings. He does play this attachment in Sente and then plays this very fast three space high, very, very stretched, very, very outward, inviting fight kind of a stance. If you guys are very cautious, play this two space knights. If you're very confident about your later game, play solidly. Okay, so Li Hongyi is playing white. Hong is playing white. He is playing a very, very open, aggressive opening. And you guys may know Sang Soo a little bit better as if you guys don't know who he is at the moment, you guys may know him as the translator for Kim Ji-suk, the world champion, who also gave lectures at the U.S. Go Congress. Sang Soo translated for Kim Ji-suk, did a good job and everything. And yes, he's that guy who translated for Kim Ji-suk. If you guys want to know who he is that guy. All right, so this game is gonna start. All right. Yep, white is relatively aggressive. I like to do this kind of move too. When black approaches the start point, I ignore him. He ignores him. Hong ignores him, and then starts counterattacking on the lower right. Very, very nice. Very, very aggressive. Very, very reasonable. Okay. This is my favorite Joseki. I'm glad to see that he likes it too. So when I first saw this Joseki, I was like, white connects, black connects, white gets Tanuki. I was like, usually white plays something like this. And I was like, how could this be good for black or acceptable for black? Felt so good for white. This is totally even for black and white, mostly because even though it seems like white is on the outside, black is the one who is actually much, much stronger than white. In terms of shape, in terms of the liberties with the two stones. When white goes for this turn, black can safely do this double hane. Black is very, very strong thanks to the three stones in the corner. Next, black can push and Atari and do things like that. So black is actually stronger than white at the end of this Joseki. So when you guys go for my favorite Joseki, make sure go for this Joseki. Make sure you plan accordingly as white. You're not as strong as you feel, and your opponent is stronger than it appears, because black is totally alive. So in the game, white goes for this on the bottom. This is the next move against this corner position. Another Joseki goes like this, and this is another one where it seems so good for black, but yet it is totally even. So black plays this tiger's mouse and then captures this one stone. This is even, but it just felt like, white spent all these moves attacking black, but now black is alive. How could this be good for black? The thing to note is white has more territory than black. Black is not totally alive, and white has many Sente moves like this block, that capture, things like that. Very interesting thing. In the game, white hanes, this is another regular move. It's very important for black to play this wedging kind of a position, get this corner territory. That's how black is going to get his safety. In the game, black cuts. This is very aggressive, and white plays a very aggressive extent. No doubt this is where white is planning to get very, very far ahead. Okay, so white plays here, and then black now comes over and starts fighting. Yeah, this is very, very reasonable. Here as white, okay, here as white, I am a little bit worried for white because we have to play this move, and then now black is basically alive in the corner, and we have a result, guys. And let me think if I'm going to tell you guys the result. The result you guys can see on the lower right on the small board, and we'll see what happens. So you guys can check that while we catch up to the game, which is going to be soon. And here, remember the white has left a move here on the lower left. So white has spent many less moves. Like white has stretched himself, and now if white is not able to threaten this corner, white will have a difficult time, putting out all the other fires on the other parts of the board. So it's very, very white actually. It looks like white is doing all the attacks, but it is white actually who has to be a little bit careful right here. And this jump is very, very reasonable, very nice. As white here, sidestepping the attack would be something like this: move out, and then this group here would also move out. We captured 2 stones. We're not gonna attack black. In the game, of course, very, very reasonable. White is gonna block, forcing black to live on the corner. But the whole point now is, can white actually force black to live in the corner or not? And we'll see. So here, white is forced to expand on the white liberties first. And if the normal move of this move, black, this shape is basically alive in the corner. There might be some coast, but black is basically not dead. But white is dead here, so it's with a dead shape. So it's very likely to be black is going to live, white is going to live, and then black is going to have the first move on the outside. This no doubt, this is what these attach and extend back move really helped black on the outside. So this is why white went for more aggressive options inside the corner. Black lived, and white played another sente here. Wow, this move is very, very nice. So before, normally you and I, we would all play here, and then white would play this move as sente. And now white is totally white is white alive? Yeah, white is now totally alive, and white can tanuki. And this is no doubt why white went for that extend on the second line, this move. But here is where black plays this move. This move gets rid of the first line move as a sente move. And now, black loses some territory, but is able to force white to maybe spend one more move with this group, which of course white is not willing to do for sure. So white goes for the 2 stones on the outside, very reasonable. And it feels like white is doing relatively well right now. There's this one group. This is the last problem for white. The 2 stones seem to be basically captured. So feels like white is doing okay so far, but remember, white is much weaker than it seems on the lower left, and black is much stronger than it seems. I think Hong may not be factoring this in as much as he needs to. So now we have a liberties fight between these 2 groups, and connect, and then Atari, for sure, Atari, black just connects. And this is a liberties fight, and we'll see who is going to win this liberties fight, something like this. And it does feel like black has more liberties than white does, guys. Yeah. Black has like 2 or 3 more liberties. And so for white, this middle fight went not so well. Yeah, this is quite. Yeah, if white could only just, if white could get this move in sente, then all would be if you could get this move and then play this squeeze to cut black, that would be all good. But black has this kind of stuff with this cut, so it's very, very. White definitely has this last problem, which white was actually unable to solve. Here was probably white's last chance to play this Atari, play this move. When black captures, play live, and then go on to play another thing. White has a very good Atari here. Black probably doesn't want white to cut off the rest, so white can probably still fight it out from this position. Hard to say. Anyways, in the game, white simply dies, and white has to play go on to other things. White plays here. Now white has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 points for black. So, it's not over yet. 10, 20, 30, 40 points for white. Interesting. And then here we have this Joseki. White does have this stone laddered, which is nice. But black has a very nice ladder breaker here. White is no doubt threatening to extend. The normal move would be to capture this one stone in the game. White plays this move, allows black to get another swig of very nice territory. And this stuff is actually not going to work. Black saves the 2 stones. And so here white loses the whole corner territory. And so white keeps losing in this fight. Okay, and now white is forced to make a very, very big center. And after this is this where white resigned? A few more moves were played. Let's see. White blocks, black Ataris. White blocks, black Ataris. White connects. And I see. The game quickly ended. Push wedge. White went for it like this, and was unable to do it. So a bit of a surprise to all of us. Black plays here, and white resigned. What are the follow-ups? Atari. I guess Atari here, and we can capture, but white will not be able to connect. Because of this Atari. And so this is how white lost a lot of territory with the group, lost territory here. And here, black, the 5 dan is now 1 against the 7 dan, a major upset. This is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95 points for black. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Yeah, if white captured this entire thing, maybe white still has a chance, but very good game by black, winning all the fights. Seems like everything black played made a lot of sense. When white went for this, the bottom attack, this didn't go very well for white. This jump was very, very gutsy. As white here definitely had to, probably go for something a bit safer, something more developmental. In the game, white surrounded black, but was unable to actually threaten the life of the black group. Here, maybe white regrets not jumping out. This will help the outside a little bit more. And then, something like this, something like, like this kind of a capture, maybe this is more promising for white. Okay, anyways, in the game, white, because white had to exchange these 2 moves, white lost out on a lot of this outside thickness. And white could still Tanuki at this point because this is still Sente. But when white played here, white lost the Sente on the outside. Now white had to really fight, capture the 2 stones. This allowed black to go for the very, very strong attack against the white group. And I lost a group that started out similar to this as well. So I don't blame white. This was a very, very nicely played game by black. This cut was much stronger than anticipated, and white paid the ultimate price for this, losing the group, and also went for the big middle territory, and let black have a lot of territory, and white just couldn't catch up. At the end here, very, very nicely played by 5 dan taking down the 8 dan. Okay, and so the scores are tied 1-1, and we have the result of the match is going to decide on is going to be decided by the first board. So the first board is still going on. Let's get that up, and let's see if we can see what's going on there. we have a very, very exciting first board, a very, very unclear situation, and all of that. So very, very excited. Again, a very strong showing by Su, the 5-dan, beating out the number 2 place finisher in the U.S. Go Congress Open division, and certainly to be in the Masters division coming up. So if you guys are looking to get stronger, guys, try to go translate for Kim Ji-suk. Maybe that'll make you much, much stronger. So yeah. Are we gonna just a moment? Hopefully this is like a 30-second thing and we can get back, get to board 1, and we'll see what happened. We saw it first. It was quite exciting. Let's go see. Let's go see what happens there. Very exciting match. I'm so happy that it didn't end 2-0. It is now 1-1. Yeah, I'm very excited. All right, guys, we're back on board 1. This is very, very exciting. What we have here is a co-fight on the top right for the life of the corner. And here, white just made a co-threat. Don't worry, black can live if he just plays here. There's a second eye. He could also play like this move to live. So this ko is definitely very decisive. These 4 stones are being captured, so we can do a very, very good situational situation update now. White has 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 55, 60 points. If white wins the ko, white would have 65 to 70 points. Black is going to have 10, 20, 30, 35, 45, 50, 55, 60, 70. So black is also going to have about a 65 to 70 point position. So it seems like a relatively easy game for black then, because their territories are quite similar, and then black is gonna have some kind of a coast threat for 10 points, and then black may be is gonna do well with 10 points. So that's how we are at the moment. We left off right over here in a white just committed to trying to live inside the corner. And instead of playing what we did here, Albert played a very strong move. He Ataris here first. This is a very, very double-edged move. This move by itself is a very, very bad exchange, because you would like to exchange this something like this, where you can this is more efficient for black. Your stone here is much more efficient than this honey stone. So he's doing this because once he connects and white does play this two spacer, now Albert extends here and sees this exchange. Now this exchange has committed white to one more stone here. So instead of losing two stones, now white is going to lose all four of these stones. So this is why Albert went for that Atari before everything. However, even though white loses more stones, these moves on the outside are all centes. So the gains and losses are not easy to white loses more territory but gets more centes on the outside. So it's very unclear. Okay, so in the game, black doesn't go for the capture. He goes for this move. Very interesting. This is a peep, probably offering to give up the 4 stones to white in order to capture, to try to capture 1 stone to the right hand side and live to the right, taking territory at the same time. And so the next move, wow, this is very, very nice, very aggressive. So remember, we had mentioned if black just goes for this kind of stuff, white has many good centes on the outside. And so here black is refuting all the centes there. He's pushing out here, cutting white from the right-hand side. Very, very strong. And so when white plays here, he plays this. This is also a very, very nice move. So here, if white connects, black pushes, and we still have this possible connect, right? We still have this possible connect, so white loses cente in this area. So black gains there. If white connects, black is playing here. If white cuts in cente, it doesn't matter. Black will answer. And black is going to give up these 2 stones. What a genius, huh? What a genius. Who is black? Black is Albert. What a genius, huh? He's doing this, and then this is how I give up my 2 stones, but you only have 1. So here white has not too much left, but remember white does have this corner, which is probably a code to life for later. White spends this time attacking the bottom black stones, and here black has found a very nice cente move. This is basically a peep. If white goes for this cut, it's not those other cuts in the back, it's this push and cut here. Eventually this will force white to connect, capture the 3 stones. Black can play this, and that's so black is already well connected. And also the next black has 2 cuts here, and so this push cannot be stopped by black. Cut and then cut here and capture the 2 stones along with some white territory. So here white goes for this connect, and so here it seems like black has gained a little bit of a tempo. After these moves, black's connect here is cente. He does go for a little bit of a small loss with the territory, but now black has gained a very, very valuable cente. He plays here, and now black feels that this group is strong enough for black to go for the capture on the upper right. Very interesting. Okay, so the game, he decides to go for the push. If you want to go for the full capture, something like this, is going to have to be played, but if you play like this, white has a very nice way to make an ungodly large amount of ice space, and this is a seki. Eventually, this looks like a axe 5, but it's actually a seki because black has to play one more. That would be a seki. Albert goes for the push and then this move. And here, remember, if white plays here, black can play a move here. This is a weakness to the stuff before. If white goes for this stuff, this is dead. And this is that shape. And if white Ataris, black plays this move. This is also dead. This is also, yes, you guessed it. This is also dead. So here white has to go for this throw in. And so now this is weird because now this is a ko no matter how black plays. And it's a direct ko. But if black doesn't play, it's an indirect ko favorable for white. So it's, white can connect, but black can play this ko. So white has to fight this ko. So black now has some time in order to find some ko threats for white. And he's going to need his ko threats because black has a weak group on the bottom. So in the game, it goes for the attack against the group. Cuts to make sure the connection this move is connected. Here, black push out once and makes these two moves. White goes for the cuts and tries to take away the eye. Here, black. Wow, this is very, very strong. This is not favorable for white. So white gets rolled up. Black connects everything totally securely. And this is definitely white going for the capture, but it has not gone right for white yet. White loses so many ko threats for the top right. But if black doesn't start the ko, there's nothing white can do to resolve the ko. White needs two moves. And that's where black is gaining. Here, I don't know why black plays the first line Ataris. Felt like there was no need. If black just plays here, one noticeable thing is white plays here. These moves are all sente moves, so maybe that has a point. But if black just extends, this should also be alive. Anyways, this honey connect does give white a lot of territory of profit. So now this sort of commits black to trying to win over that ko again. For example, black now cannot just play a small end game and allow white to fix the ko, because now after white resolves the ko, black plays two end games, white resolves the ko, and this kind of an end game becomes very big. Black has to play here. White can play this kind of a move, which is kind of big. It's like 10 points. 10 points in sente, or maybe 6 points in sente, 15 points in gote. So black can't just keep playing the small endgame moves. And so this honey connect is putting some pressure against black in this respect. Okay, black does live relatively easily. So now we begin to fight this ko. Many ko threats, and here white goes for this move in the game. Black played this move, makes an eye here. So here black makes one more point. White loses 1 point by playing on the inside, and they'll keep fighting the ko. So what happens with the ko is the next few moves. Wow, they are playing quite fast around this area. Here, here black didn't play here. Black played this Atari, which could be a this life. Black has one more thing. I would have preferred to play this move. This is totally alive. So okay, this move will also work. White can play this move in sente. So this is black sort of throwing the points back to white. you know, giving the points back to white. Okay, so black plays here, white takes back the ko, and black's coast threat is this turn. Very reasonable. This doesn't lose anything, and black takes back the ko. White plays this move as a coast threat. Black has to connect. White takes back the ko. Gets rid of one more coast threat for black. Makes a lot of sense. Black is going to take back the ko. White plays here. This is quite a nice coast threat. And so this, now black has to play here for the bloated cow shape. I'm sure black regrets this. I'm sure maybe black expected this honey to be a coast threat, extending in, taking out a lot of white territory later. Anyways, this is white, really, really sharp, really, really detailed. You and I, we would have both played here. And then later on in the end game, maybe, it comes down to that 1 point, or it comes down to that one coast threat. And we would be like, God, I wish I didn't do that, Okay, so very well played. A lot of details. Our attention to detail is shown by both players. They're fighting this ko, and right here, oh my God, white plays this move. Running out of ko threats allows black to capture this. This corner, remember we counted almost 10 points for white. Now black has 20 points. This is 30 points. This is for sure to be way too much if white just, accepts this, plays something like this move to get some end game. I'm sure this is going to be a black victory. This is going to be a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, at most 70 points for white, and for black it's going to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, more than 70 for white, for black just on the top. So black is going to probably win by whatever black is going to make on the bottom, probably 10 points or so according to our estimates. So for sure white cannot accept just regular endgame going forward. And so white plays here. This is quite reasonable. And here's the there's some very interesting plays to be made. If black jumps, white probably plays here, probably pushes, and here we can see the honey connect earlier, a little hurting black's positions on the right hand side. Something like this, if it's just like this might be a compromise. Black has a smaller territory. This is probably still good for black. In the game, in the game, what happened? I see. No worries. White played here, and then we'll go forward, and you and I would have played something. Don't worry. It's here. Hurried. White played the capture. Okay, we got it. We got our game back. So in the game, white plays the second line, black blocks, and here we have a second ko. Nice. As if we didn't have enough ko's. So if black just connects, something like this is gonna be alive for white, and therefore it's gonna be dead for bad for black if white lives. So here both sides are severely under time pressure, and so here black goes for this move. Really makes sure that white cannot cut black, but this is gonna involve another ko. Another ko. So here white makes this peep. If black connects, white plays this take back in sente, and then connects. And this is a locally dead shape by black. Eventually black has to connect here. So just when we thought it's all like phasing out, no, there's more stuff to be played. There's more play to be had. And so now black has found some difficulty finding an eye here. And so here black goes for the push. And this is when white resolves the ko. Can black survive and give Chicago the victory? Or is white gonna be able to capture black and do it for Canada? Let's see if black is able to survive. Black plays this cut. This is probably doing getting ready to do this Atari. If white does something like this and then tries to save the 1 stone, throw in, can white connect all the stones? And the answer is white cannot. This would be the biggest blob, but white is not going to be able to capture black like this, and that's going to spell the end for white's chances in the game. So in the game, did white play that? White did play this, and we played here, and white played this Atari. Very nice. Here, this is getting ready to play this cut. And guess what, guys? If white plays this cut, yes, you guessed it, we're gonna have another ko. Right, so in the game, black didn't go for this. Black just went for the connect. White played for this move in Sente. So now white is not gonna be able to capture black. White plays here. Black connects here. Can white play this move in Sente? Hard to say. In the game, white plays this move. Interesting. So black saves the 3 stones. It's a little bit greedy. What's going to happen is black is going to play this move. White's going to play here, and now black has to capture. This will give white these 2 stones to capture. If black connects, white connects, and you would like, to find another eye, but you can't on the bottom. So this is very interesting. And here black actually goes for this Hane, tries to survive on the outside. This is very strong. This is going to attempt as long, if white cuts and black gets an Atari, here black is going to live without sacrificing the 2 stones. And so here black doesn't go for the easy way out. And so as a result, when black plays here, white plays this move, takes away the black eye. And so now black's only chance is to go for the outside. However, there is a second thing that black has a little bit of a resource. This is most likely why black went for this. So as a game, white has to try to capture black from the outside for sure. Black has this move. Tell me you guys were expecting this, huh? or yeah, that's a fancy move, but this move is more reasonable. So this move is getting ready to set up for this move in Sente. White has to connect, and we can play here to get an eye. If white goes for this move, we can't get an eye anymore, but we can play this move. And then you guessed it, we are gonna have a ko to live. Yes, we guessed it. Perfect, another ko, just what we needed. However, at this point, it's hard to see where white is gonna have any ko threats. I see one. White can't even connect there, so I don't see any ko threats for white. So whereas any moves that black plays to push out on the outside is a ko threat. So actually, black's move here, being very, very aggressive, is likely actually to pay off. Okay, so here, white plays here, and then here, let's see the game. Black connects. Ooh, very, very strong, and then black connects. White plays here, cuts off black's last pass to move out. And here black plays this Atari, and here white gives up, and plays this extend. Yes, if you want to capture, black is gonna fight this. Even though this ko is life and death ko for black, it's a little bit of a picnic ko for black too. Atari is Sente, extend is Sente, push is Sente, Hane is Sente. I can see how it's not easy for black to, for white to now go for this ko. Something like this move, all these are sente moves. And here, black is destroying white territory while the ko is being played. So, I like it for black as well. So, what happened here was white gives this up, and black is now able to survive by playing here. And now we go on to the end game. This is clearly the biggest end game. It's totally sente for black. And I'm sure white would have liked to dearly have played this move in sente, threatening to save the 4 stones, but even saving the 4 stones is not going to be sente compared to the left. It's just way too big. And this is very, very painful for white. But he bit the bullet and he played here. Black played this move, this diagonal move in sente, and then played this capture of the middle. This is very big. Of course, if white played, white would have had sente, and now black played, black has sente. White basically has to connect there. Or what if white played here now? Black, if black connects, white can connect this. This is black getting 1 liberty less, but when white plays here, black probably plays connect Atari. So this way, black gets much more territory in the middle, but white gets more territory on the side. I don't know who gains or loses here. White connects, black connects, and then we go on to the end of the end game. Let me do a situation report for you guys. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 65, almost 70 for white. For black, remember black did lose a lot. This is 10, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, almost 80. So 65 to 80 probably favorable for black by 5 points or so. So white goes for this. White wants to play this move and connect. Black stops him from doing that. Black plays this. So all that white gets is a peep. Black connects, no major damage for black. If white could make some more territory in the middle, maybe, but doesn't feel like white can make much in the middle. This move is likely to be sente as well. In fact, this is exactly where black played. White pushes, black plays here. Just connects, and white extends. This is getting rid of a sente move by black. Where did black play next? Black played, this Atari. So white Atari's black connects, turns, blocks. This is a small end game. We counted about 5 points or so, 5 to 10 points of victory by black. Okay, white connects here. Interesting. I guess there's just nothing more to be played. No more, not much more endgame to be played. Black captures, and then black plays this move. White connects. Black, this is 1 point in sente or half a point or something like that. White plays here. Black plays this move, forces white to live by playing here. Black connects, and white plays this Atari. Black pushes. Okay, white captures this other push. These are all about as big as these moves are all about as big as each other. Black plays the last 2-point move here. White is likely to play this move in the middle. He does, and black takes the last move here. And we have caught up to the game right before they're gonna go to counting, likely. This is more likely probably a connect or a, probably a connect, and then they may fight over this ko. Do we have score estimator? Do we have score estimator? Estimate score. Score estimation, black leads by 10.5 points. And if white, according to the Pandanet, if white gets this and then this, forces black to capture this move. It's a back there, and then if white gets everything, the estimation of the score is black by 9.5 points. Very well played. Oh, actually, there is one more thing here. Not 9.5, but 6.5. Okay, so our estimate of 5 to 10 points is pretty well spot on. Okay, great. So the actual game goes like this. Black connects, white Ataris plays here. Black Ataris, white plays this cut. Okay, very interesting. While we set up, while we go over, and here black plays this move, and then here, this is actually 1 point. So probably 7.5 points victory by black at the end. So our estimate is spot on. Great. It would be better. Okay, we spent a lot of time commentating. A very well played game. White, in the end, wasn't able to find a strong enough co-threat against black, or white couldn't follow through with the threat well enough. And so at the end here, black is going to have a victory. Let's catch up to commentary. It would be better to not start the video at all if this is how it's going to be. I definitely think we should have started like half an hour later with the beginning. Next time, guys, let's just start when we're ready to start and not leave any of the 40 minutes at the beginning of that time for the future. For the YouTube video, we can cut that out. We can download the stream live and then cut out the beginning part. Actually, we can download and then upload to YouTube and allow YouTube to cut by himself. So if we make this into a YouTube video, it'll be much, much better. And it will not be a big problem. Let's catch up a bit on the Twitch stream. Apologies, commentator putting moves on. Okay. Major upset is my official rank. Portfolios again. Okay. Great. More co's is constantly making co a good strategy. Even pros go back and forth on this. Okay, at this point, guys, at this point, let us take over, make the commentator board go smaller. Actually, let's play this out. They played some endgame moves. I apologize for any lack of what do you call it? Ordering. So this is what happened in the end. And yes, we're very close. We're very, very close. And this is the end. Somehow, I think white passed twice or something. Oh, I see. This move was not black. This move was a white move. They just filled up all the dame, and the game ended. They're gonna go to counting now, and this is how it's gonna look. Now it's perfect, guys. Now this is perfect. Yes. And the game is going to end with a victory to Chicago, the instrumental to their victory. Black is going to win by 7.5 points, guys. Instrumental to the victory was the third board, Sang Soo taking out the number 2 player in the US Go Open Division. Sang Soo placed about number 18, the 4 and 2 5-dan at US Go Congress. Defeats the 7-dan who went 5 and 1 at the US Go Congress. So instrumental to the victory. I'm so happy it came down to all of this stuff. This game was very exciting too. I have no idea who was winning in the middle of this. In the end, white wasn't able to threaten black enough, and very, very good call for black right over here. It turned out right around here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, right around here when white, right around here, very, very good call not to go for the but to go for the complicated life. Right over here, here, not go for the very, very good call by black over here. White played here, this move, saving those 2 stones, definitely instrumental in winning. Very, very exciting game. Very, very nice. Yes. All right. And so this is going to be our result for today. Chicago is going to win it for USA 2-1. Instrumental is a big upset on board 3. Super well played. Upset in terms of rank, not an upset at all due to the content of the game. Super well played. Big, good kill. And yeah, our next stream, guys. The back guys are telling me about the next stream for the City League. It's going to happen in February. The February 9th, which is 3 weeks from now. February 9th, sometime around the same time, around 4 o'clock. Yep. Okay, make sure you guys tune in 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern time. There will be a mass email sent out on the AGA's e-journal, and look out for that. And it's going to be super exciting, very, very nice. All the teams are very, very stacked this year. So tune in again 3 weeks time for round 2 of the AGA City League. And I had a lot of fun watching this one. A very exciting finish, and hopefully your games are just as exciting as these players' games. And see you around next time. All the technical difficulties will be fixed, and we're gonna start on time. There's not gonna be a 40-minute of dead time in the beginning. Don't worry, and all the process of updating, switching between games, commentating on Pandanet, it's all gonna be fixed, and it's gonna be awesome. So make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you guys tune in, guys. Twitch live, on Twitch, on YouTube, both are good. Let's type into both of our chats the stuff. So here, this is our Twitch channel. And here is our YouTube channel for the USA. It is called the US Go Web, on both YouTube and Twitch. All right, great. Make sure you guys tune into these, and follow these guys, follow these, so when they go live next time, you guys can get a notification. Make sure you guys also follow my Twitch channel and my YouTube channel. It's the Chen Mike. All right, thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys. I will see you guys next time. Maybe some of the other commentators will have some remaining things, but this is me checking out. I will see you guys next